Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you my spoiler-free thoughts on the new horror movie Good Boy. I was pleasantly surprised to see that we got this one at my cinema since it is more of an independent release, but I think that it was most likely the fact that it's a PG-13 horror movie, and that's the reason they got it, because they are more apt to get those. That way they can show it to a wider audience and therefore make more money. But whatever the reason, I was so glad that they got it. My mom and I went to see this one yesterday, and I was so surprised by how good it was. I really didn't know too much of what to expect with it because I did avoid the trailers. For anyone who doesn't know what this one is, it is a horror movie where we have a dog as the main character, and he is kind of trying to help his owner through more of a supernatural type of situation. And it kind of posed the question, if we have a dog playing the main character, is there potentially going to be an inner monologue for the dog? And luckily there wasn't. They went a more realistic route with this one, which I think was so much better, and it really just felt like the dog was showing so much emotion throughout all the different scary and sad scenes in this. And if you see the same showing that I did, I don't know if it's going to be the same for everyone. At the end of the credits, there's actually a behind the scenes little special feature, which I thought was really cool in general, to have that at the end of the movie. But there was just where you can see how they got Indy to do some of the different scenes. So you have this really scary scene in the movie, and you think that Indy is reacting to that stuff, when in reality they were doing just really goofy things and making funny noises in order to get him to react the way that they wanted him to. And it was just really cool to see that. But I do think that even despite that, he was definitely conveying a lot of emotions with his eyes throughout this movie. And I think it's so cool because he's not like a trained little actor doggy or anything like that. He just was one that they worked with under the constraints of, you know, what's allowed when you have an animal in a film. And it was really well done. It was so cool to see. And I think that this one is actually very scary. I think with PG-13, they have to work a little bit harder for the scares. It's not just like they can rely on gore or anything like that to gross people out. They actually have to get them in more difficult ways. And yeah, I do think that they do a great job with the scares in this one. I'm scared for the dog. I'm scared for his dad as well. And I think that it was all very well handled, because that was something that I was worried about as well as an animal lover. But I do think that any animal lovers that go see this one are going to be happy with it because of how well it is handled. And I am also a lifelong vegetarian, so all of that stuff is very important to me. I think that you should definitely try to go out and see this one if you get the chance, like it comes to your cinema, just so you can support it, so we can get more independent horror films in the theater as well, and just being made, period. And especially with this one, I love that it's a dog as the main character. That's so cool. I really like the underlying message in the movie as well, and I think that it just shows what a lot of dog owners already know, which is that no matter what you are going through, your dog is going to remain loyal to you. You know, whether that is you're going through some emotional turmoil, or you are sick, or you're going through something supernatural. You know, your dog is always going to be by your side, and I think pets in general are like that as well. So I think that's mainly all I have to say about the movie. Let me know down in the comments if you have gone to see this one yet, or if you haven't yet, but you might based off of my review of it. And leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. consider subscribing if you haven't yet for more horror content. I do post 2 new videos each week. You can follow me on Instagram for more updates on my channel and additional horror content. You can also follow me on Letterboxd to see what I have been watching recently. I am not super up to date on it, but I have a list of all the movies I need to add into there, so I'm going to be getting it up to date very soon. But you can find both of those links in the description on my channel. That way they're more easily accessible for you guys. I want to thank everyone for the support that they've been giving me so far. My name is Devin. This is Carpenter Hill. Thanks for watching.